Good morning, dear friends. In last lecture, we have studied Principles of Management by Henry Fayol. Many times it is said that management is a science. Many times it is said that management is an art. But funnily, it must be said that management is a commerce of profit. So, according to many management gurus, management is neither a science, neither nor an art. It is a commerce of profit. Because whenever there is a profit, there must be commerce. So in this lecture, we will study characteristics of management. The main characteristic is we will study number of characteristics. In that, the main characteristic is management must be purposeful. That means whenever there is a management, there must be some purpose, some goal, or some common target as such. And for that target, whole management should work in any manner, whether that is scientific, that is non-scientific, that is lateral, that is collateral, that is haphazard. That means all should work for a single goal. So the first characteristic is management must be purposeful. Second is management must be action oriented. Some actions should be taken by management in order to achieve our first purpose, that is goal or a target, and that action must be suited in order to achieve that common goal. The next one is team orientation or team efforts or group efforts. Management must be associated with team or group in order to achieve two our main aims, that is action orientation and the common target or common goal. Next characteristic must be management should be achieved by efforts of all in a team. I am repeatedly giving an example of a team of any ground level games, that is outdoor games, and that in that outdoor games the management, the common goal of winning must be achieved through efforts of all team members, not a single. Next characteristic is management should be intangible. Intangible means not seen. Management, you cannot show that this is a management. You can show any person, any designation, but you cannot show that this is a management. So it is intangible. It must be comprises of many members, many teams, group efforts. That means management must be intangible. Next characteristic, continuous improvement. Management should work for continuous improvement, long life, achievements, and all other things. They should not be stubborn at one particular space, one particular progress, or one particular point. They should continuously work for betterment, achievement, and improvement. That must be called as a characteristic of management. So these 5-6 points are known as characteristics of management. After characteristics of management, we will see how modern management evolved. Earlier days, there was a management when there was no industry, then when there was a single job order type industry, then there was also management exist, because everyone must work for the sake of attainment of goal, and that approach is nothing but a management. So there might be orthodox or classical approach of management, neoclassical, that means in between classical and modern approach, and third one is modern management techniques. In classical approach, we must see one single boss and he is handling all the aspects of working culture, attainment of goal, and his pros and cons affect the various aspects of management. In the evolution process, there adds many management principles, and after adding the management principles like human relations and all other things, the management techniques evolves, and that gets a modern touch known as neoclassical approach. So in that neoclassical approach, instead of bossing over others, human relations is taken into account, and there exists neoclassical approach of management. Start of teamwork in management might be the evolution at this stage. Students, you must be aware that evolution is a soul of every process. Evolution, new techniques, new additions. So in management also, till date, in modern management, quality circles, Kaizen, Pokayoke, just in time, these are the new techniques daily evolving daily evolving in the modern management. Many management scientists, management gurus have worked for evolution of this modern management. Lao Tzu, Robinson Bolton, Henry Fayol, Robert Owen, Charles Babbage, Frederick Wilson Taylor, Frank and Lillian Gilbert have contributed their work for evolution of this modern management. Principles of management, work study, motion study, method study, Kaizen, Pokayoke, just in time are the contributions of such managements and gurus. Of all these scientists, Henry Fayol was very famous. He laid down principles of management which we have studied in last lecture. Though earlier management was exist, but in modern management there must be laid down procedure. So under that procedure, very first comes is a role of management. So mainly management works for three major aspects: interpersonal roles, informational roles, and decision roles. In interpersonal, there must be leader and follower, liaisoning between departments, liaisoning between inter-organization and intra-organization exist. Under this head, management must give training to persons how to behave, how to work, how to present. So this aspect of management includes training at very basic stage. After this training, modern equipment such as presentation skills, personal development, personality developments comes under the training. In the information role of management, there are again aspect interdepartmental, interorganizational, and intra-organizational. Decision roles starts from policy making at different levels, policy implementation, and feedback mechanism. So this decisional role is at the top level of management, and decision at very different levels are very important as organization goal attainment is concerned. As just now we have discussed, in earlier days also, when job order quantity are exist on personal level, then also management exists. Then one may ask, what is then the role of management? What modern management exactly does in an organization? So dear friends, now we will study importance of management, or let us say importance of modern management in an organization. So let us list down these importance of modern management. First one is encourages initiative. So any individual encourages for initiative, proactive work, proactive suggestions for improvement, anything proactively to attain a common organizational goal, or anything as such cost saving or cleanliness or accident free environment. So management encourages these steps for every individual, right from worker to top management. Second, encourages innovation, because innovation is not a property of only higher management or a particular person, and that is why modern management always encourages innovativeness. So first one we have seen encourages initiative, second is encourages innovations, and third one it facilitates growth of every individual and expansion of an organization. One must understand these two things are related, correlated. If organization grows, then ultimately every person associated with that organization grows ultimately. Management laid down some procedure for growth of every individual as well as growth of an organization. Then next one, it works for improvement of life of every individual associated with that organization, because each individual's work is affected by his personal life, and that is why organization or management works for improvement of everyone's personal life as well. Next one is it improves corporate image, because image building is not work for single day, work of single day, or work of short span also. So it works continuously for its image building. Let us take one example. Few days back, Maggie has come in picture when there were report from FSSAI that Maggie contains zinc particles more than expected. It suddenly cracks the image of brand Nestle as well as Maggie, and then they have worked very hard for improvement of image. That image building is ultimately associated with brand, and management continuously work for image building. It continuously motivate employees. So the second next principle or next importance of management is it motivates employees for achievements, for growth, say either for innovation, for their personal higher education, for their personal achievements, for sports achievements also, for going to higher level of sports, for going state level, district level, state level, national level, international level, because ultimately that builds image of an organization. One may say that Dhoni is associated with our Indian Army, so this is a part of image building, you may say. Many international cricketers are associated with different brands. I'm not saying advertisement, they are directly an employees of that organization, and this is a part of their image building. Management always try for optimum use of resources. So this is also next importance of management. They try to save cost in by using optimum resources, not a minimum, not a maximum. They never cut where it is necessary. They never overuse when it is not necessary. So management always tries to optimize the resources, thereby achieving cost cutting also. Next very important thing, reduction of wastage. So management aims for wastage reduction. This is a ultimate and very specific goal of management to reduce waste. Further aspects or importance of management, it tries to increase efficiency. How? They provides contingencies such as snacks, teas on shop floor or lunch at canteen, thereby increasing efficiency of every individual by providing such allied facilities. So aim of management is to achieve higher efficiency of every individual. Many peers organizations try work for individual benefits or family welfare of workers, employees also, like providing canteen facility, providing low cost facilities, providing residences, providing schools, hospitals to all employees and their families. It ultimately increases efficiency because under tension of family members, one cannot work efficiently on shop floor. That is why big organizations are providing such facilities to their wards, to their families also. It also retains the employee turnover, it also reduces turnover, it also retains employees for many years together. And it associated a long term relationship between organization and an employee, because cost of new training to new incumbent is much more high, and every organization avoids such turnover. Next importance of management, it works for improvement of relations between employees. Many organization arranges family gatherings because after that family gathering, every individual improves their personal relations, and quarreling and all other misunderstanding in an organizations avoids. Again, management works for less absenteeism, reduction of absenteeism, and labor turnover. Just I have quoted that training for new incumbent is very costly affair, and that is why every organization avoid that work or try to avoid training to new individual. That means try to avoid a new individual. Instead, they try to retain the present employees. Next importance of management, they work for encouragement of teamwork. They organizes sports gatherings, interdepartmental sports, annual events, and all other such things, because teamwork improves overall organization attainment and overall work also. So by combining all these importance, management work for overall improvement of society life also. These are all importance of modern management. One must list down, and there are questions in your final examination also based on these important points of importance of management.